What the fuck is up? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Tom Carlson Show for Monday, June 15th, 2020. And I think, are we at the point where we're just gonna kind of, what's the movie? Mad Max this thing till the end? Like, some of the behavior I have seen recently is fucking outstanding in like the worst way. So, it's, what is it? It's about 73 degrees in New York today. And no humidity. You know, we've got a really nice week set up, but it was pretty hot last weekend. So people were out at the beach and like, you know, beach people, you know, I don't know, it's total lottery with, you know, who you're going to see at the beach, because a lot of times it can be like, you know, well-to-do people with some money and they actually have like houses and shit, or it's like a broke-ass family trying to do one thing for their fucking summer vacation. And what I saw, I mean, the people, I don't follow those people on Instagram, obviously. You know, you got to, you can't be soaring with the eagles if you are hanging with the crows, right? And so you know, as you do as a guy, you know, you follow some girls and hopefully, you know, maybe you can make one of them laugh and then you're in, right? And so these fucking asshole rich kids from Manhattan that are like 25, 26, and these fucking people this last weekend were just fucking, I couldn't believe it, because I live in a fucking well-behaved area, right where the Upper East Side starts, and we know how many fucks like that live in here, because I don't think they can afford it, or daddy won't pay for it there. You know, daddy will pay for like $3,000 apartment, and you can just do what you want. And anyways, I when I was watching the news, it was mostly like, you know, a fucking East Village fucking crowd, Chelsea people, all those fucks, who it really just shows like they don't give a fuck about George Floyd. All that Instagram that those people did, out the window with this recent behavior, because in New York, COVID is still super serious. Like, we can't open. Cuomo, excuse me, no disrespect, Governor Cuomo, but Italian disrespect taken, I'm sure. And these people were just like out in the streets, you know, boozing it up in just groups and shit. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. You know, they've given up and they have safety net of their family's money to take care of them. So they're just like, well, it's been so hard, you know, not being able to go to the fucking mall. And like, I'm honestly thinking about paying $500 to get my hairdresser to fix my hair, because it's tough, you know. As a Instagram influencer, these are essential, and I am essential. So those people, you know who you are. Go fuck yourself. How's that for a welcome to the Monday fucking show? So that's going on in New York, and it fucking sucks, because I am driving myself absolutely crazy not being able to go do stand-up, because, like, you know what they say, like a coach will have like he'll have like over a month to prepare for the final bowl game, and it gets to the point where like you hurt yourself the more you prepare. You know, you just got to kind of be loose and just let shit happen. And so, like, you should see my wall here. It looks like I'm schizophrenic and trying to find who's after me. I have about 40 thumbtacks and Post-it notes all over this bulletin board, and I wish if I had string, I'd fucking connect the dots for how everything works. So I'm doing pretty great, though. This has been, I'm very fortunate that I took care of myself and I worked very fucking hard, that now I'm not like fucked, you know. So yesterday, which would have been Sunday, June 14th, I really listened to Tim Dillon, who I just kind of recently discovered. And if you want someone who is informed more than anyone I fucking know on main things, listen to that guy. And, you know, I am kind of with him on the fact that this is probably it, guys. Like, I don't think we're going to have more than, like, 2-3 more generations after this. So we kind of made it. We're like the end. We are the fucking luckiest people who have ever been able to live, because we're at the end of our people's time on the planet, which is fucking crazy to think about. Fortunately, I'm not a little kid, so it's not that scary. But I think if you're a little kid, you probably make it. And then after that, like another 100 years, I don't think machines will take over. I was reading a thing where the U.S. is so afraid of China that they're going to tell us that in order to fight China, they will be imposing China like imposed rules where, like, you can't have a car because it's dangerous and less efficient. There'll just be fleets of things and all autonomous and everything, and they'll tell you that it's to make things safer and everything, but I'm pretty sure someone's gonna fucking lose it, and this thing's just gonna fucking be over before we know it, which is a great way to go out. Couldn't ask for a better way to die. Yeah, that's the best way. I mean, how great of a story do you have? I mean, you won't have any funerals because everyone's dead, which kind of sucks. Because then nothing that you ever did will never matter. Okay. And you think about these things because you smoke a cigarette on occasion, and nothing imposes the reality of your mortality than the decision to smoke a cigarette. I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. I'll have a cigarette on occasion because I'm single. I got nothing going on, and it allows me to be present, and it's a meditative experience for me, and it's the fucking best. So as soon as I get a girl here that wants to stick around, I won't smoke any cigarettes. But I thought, in honor of Dave Chappelle and his perfect fucking show he did on YouTube, and everything about it, even his description of the show on fucking YouTube was perfect. I'll smoke a cigarette for the show. And my uncle, my favorite uncle easily, I think Blaine fucking Pinkston. How cool of a name is that? Blaine Pinkston. And he had this fucking rad, I mean, he was kind of gangly like me, but just fucking never took care of himself and smoked like 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day. Dude, a day since he was like 15. So he lived 40 years with that, and he would drink like a fucking maniac. But he was never like crazy or anything. He didn't hurt anybody. It was always a good time to be around. Everybody knew what he was about, you know. That's it. He's a mechanic. He's getting fucked up when he can, and he's smoking cigarettes all day, every day. And so he was on Barbra Lorentz for 40 years, 2 packs a day, drinking a case of beer every couple days. And I mean, it got to the point where he had to get all new teeth, and they looked great. And it sucked for him. It sucked for him for like a year because your mouth's got to adjust. But he was having to eat like tomato sandwiches. And you like how I said that little southern tomato? Tomato? That's how you see it. It's not tomato. Get the fuck out of here. And he was eating tomato sandwiches with like mayonnaise and bread. That's his meal. So he's like my size, but so he got really skinny. And eventually he died of cancer about, I don't know, man, like 4 years ago or something by now. And I had to give his eulogy, which I was honored to do. And I had never really done a eulogy before. And shit, burned my house down. And let's see, this is when I was still kind of in the throes of addiction too. And I knew his life represented where I would end up with my continued behavior. And I knew it. I knew that 100%. But the coolest thing about this whole story was, like, my mom is a fucking rock star sister. And she took care of him, like, flew to North Carolina and took care of him for, like, the final year. You know, he got on some, like, they got great into life cancer care now where you can kind of enjoy yourself. I mean, the amount of painkillers he was on would literally kill me if I had took, like, I think a pill, which I was always in the back of my mind as the addict that I am. I was like, dude, I gotta get some of these. And but I came in there because I liked Blaine. I knew he liked me. We just hadn't really ever been able to hang out more than fucking 2 days a year, you know. And I got there, his friends had taken care of him and gotten him some weed brownies and stuff, which you gotta do for someone that's that fucked with cancer. It changes their life. If I could have gotten them some magic mushrooms, I'd definitely have done that, but I had no way to do that in my current state. So I went down there for a few days and nights, and I slept at his house. He just smoked it in his house, smoked in his bed. And the whole time he's dying of lung cancer, he's just ripping Barbra Lorentz, dude. He loved it. Oh my God, it was hard to sleep in the house because of how smoky it was and nasty. Everything. My mom had to take care of all his shit after he died. But like I smoked weed with my uncle. That's the story, about like 4 months before he died, and it was fucking awesome. We just just watched like Science Channel stuff, and it was really great. So there's ways to not get so dark with cancer, and you know, people are people, and they just wanted to be known and their pain recognized. So that's for you, Blaine. I did not expect to even go into that story. What happened to me in the last few days was I cut the shit out of my finger. Just a fucking horrible dad safety error. My dad hurts himself all the time doing dumb shit, and I am going to be the exact same. So I was just cutting boxes, as you do in New York, because you can't just fucking throw like a huge box in the recycle like you can if you have a house somewhere else. You have to like cut the shit down. It sucks. And so I was doing that with like, I have just abused this knife. It's a Leatherman. And it's got all kinds of shit on the blade. It's got everything, dude. It probably has COVID. I'm sure this blade, it's got COVID on it at some point. And I just sliced it right into my left index finger. Good. It was so good that it didn't hurt if you've ever cut yourself nicely. And at that time, I was like, wow, man, my whole thoughts on would I rather be shot to death or stabbed and bled out may have changed. Because when you get shot and you bleed out, it's way fucking quicker. Hopefully. But if you get stabbed once with a nice, let's say it's like my brand new kitchen knives, which are the fucking sharpest things I have ever seen. You get me right into the gut and pull it out, it doesn't hurt. And you have a little bit more time to consider the errors of your ways that brought you into a situation that you would get stabbed. And hopefully you can make your peace before you die. But all of these stories is probably why I don't understand a hardcore atheist, because my sense of religion and all of that energy, like I feel those people still in my life. That's something. And you can go all your science fuck shit with my brain making things suitable for me to carry on with life and not go insane and kill myself, but I don't agree with that. So, fucking happy shit, right? Fuck. Some news for the show. I'm not going to be posting any of this stuff on my Instagram anymore because it's annoying. And I'm sorry, but I had to get it going. So I now have on Instagram the Tom Carlson Show. Follow me there. That's everything for the show. And now you don't have to be blasted with all my fuck shit, dick jokes on Instagram all day. So if you like the show, follow it there. I did watch The King of Staten Island this week, and I cannot handle any more of this cigarette. It's going to make me puke. I'm embarrassed by that. And, excuse me, as I find my next source of energy for the day. Fuck. Oh, I just got so lucky, people. I could have just burned the shit out of my throat. I made it. So, I watched The King of Staten Island this weekend, and it is really good. It's really, really good. I don't really know. I never knew what Pete Davidson's story was before this. All I knew that at some point he was fucking, what's her name? The fucking disaster of a person. What's her name? Ariana Grande, which is like, if you're doing that, like, you're something, right? I don't know how you even get connected with a person like that. And he was so good, but Bill Burr, who is my favorite comedian and mentor and all this shit, is fucking terrific. A comedian, no acting or anything, he's probably like the third main character in the show, and he did amazing. And it's a heartfelt, New York firefighter dad died, which is a true story, and it's Pete's love letter to his mom. This whole movie is, because he was such a piece of shit, just like I was. So I relate to almost every single thing Pete Davidson is saying. And I got to get some more tattoos to keep up. So that is a fantastic movie, $20, but it's like you go into the movies to watch it. I liked how they made it a thing. Like, it's $20, you fucking watch it. If you rent it for $5, you're gonna get distracted by the fucking Grubhub, you know. So, King of Staten Island, great movie. Oh yes, okay. So to stop yelling at you guys, I thought it would be cool to tell you a little story. I did some reporting. I'm going to be doing some journalist shit on my YouTube. It's going to be what is it going to be? The Tom Carlson News Network. Can you imagine me reporting on stuff? That's what's going to be. Okay, but this is just cool shit. So, and this is all off of Wikipedia, so you know it's right. Okay, the guy's name is Joaquin, which is the coolest fucking name ever. Parentheses, Jack, the widest name ever, Garcia. And born 1952, is a Cuban-American retired FBI agent, best known for his undercover work infiltrating the Gambino crime family in New York City. Garcia is regarded as one of the most successful and prolific undercover agents in the history of the FBI. I've never heard of this guy. Garcia was born in Havana, Cuba in 1952. His family fled to the United States to escape Fidel Castro's regime when he was 9 years old. He grew up in the Bronx, where he attended such and such school. So you kind of get it. So this is called Operation Jack Falcone. How fucking cool is that? James Bond can go fuck himself. This guy's undercover name is Jack, and the operation is Jack Falcone. Not Falcon, Falcone. In his 26 years of service and as an undercover agent in 100 undercover operations, Garcia is the best known for his undercover role as Jack Falcone, a self-described Sicilian jewel thief and drug dealer from Miami, Florida. He penetrated the Gambino crime family of the American Mafia in New York City for nearly 3 years. The case resulted in the arrest and conviction of 32 mobsters, including top members of the post-John Gotti Gambino crime family, Arnold, listen to this fucking name, Arnold Squirteri, Arnold Squirts, and Anthony Meagle. Garcia played his undercover role so convincingly that Gregory De Palma, a high-ranking Gambino family capo, which is a whole another thing you guys should learn about, offered him the position of made man. And if you watched The Irishman, they explain that perfectly. They explain it perfectly. Any Martin Scorsese movie ever does. They make it. If you don't know what a made man is, let's see. You got wise guys, made guys, and then you got the boss. But if you're made, no one can touch you. And this fucking undercover guy, it takes years to do that. It's 3 years. If Garcia continued in his undercover role, he could have been the first undercover law enforcement officer to become a made man in the mafia crime family. Holy fuck, this guy, his balls have got to be on the floor. Garcia is only the second agent to have ever been considered for the position of made man. In the late 1970s, Joseph Pistone became the first during his infiltration of the Bonanno crime family under the alias Donnie Brasco. I'm familiar with that. Garcia's investigation ceased in March 2005. Oh my God, dude. This guy has been working his ass off. When his FBI superiors, against Garcia's wishes, decided to terminate the investigation. Corruption, for sure. Oh. In the end, the FBI produced sufficient evidence to convict De Palma at trial, while the other defendants took plea deals. De Palma was sentenced to 12 years in prison thanks to Garcia's efforts. De Palma died in prison custody. Fuck yeah. Dude, you should see the fucking jail setups and to this day, the power these Italian mafioso types have in the community. It's fucking cool. I like it. I can understand the mafia code and all that stuff, so I get it. Make your money. Just don't kill me. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I gotta say, as I am doing this show, I really am coming to understand how Apple has completely fucked me with my technical skills, because everything Apple makes is the easiest fucking thing to use. A 2-year-old could use it, right? Which is why we love it. But back in the day, with the fucking boys, you guys don't watch Letterkenny, you won't get the reference, but great show. Back in the day, me and the boys, when we were not getting ready for hockey, we would fucking make videos, how's you do's, and we made it for fucking junior high school. We were like the coolest fucking creative people who weren't in fucking theater like a bunch of fags. And I used to know how to edit videos, and whoa, that was weird, right? I used to know how to edit videos and use all this really cool old equipment where, like, it's literally your hands, you have knobs, and this is in like 2004, and that's how you move the editing software to like cut and everything, and it was way easier than all this fucking fancy technology shit now. And you know what I had to fucking do? So I got the video camera, and it has a SD card, and these fucks at Apple have these. They don't have USBs anymore. I don't even know what you call them. I'm gonna have to. So what I have to do is I got to get my hunk of shit HP computer from work, where I am furloughed, and then I have to upload the video from my shit work computer to Dropbox, which takes about 2 hours because my internet fucking sucks. I can download it about 250 MB whatevers, and I can upload it about 11. Thanks, Spectrum. Go fuck yourselves with your helping everybody ads and shit. You don't give a fuck. So I upload everything to Dropbox, and then I gotta which takes about 2 hours, even a show this short, like 40 minutes to an hour. And I gotta fucking, you guys are gonna hear how old I sound, man. I'm getting really fucking old dad mentality with this shit. I gotta download it from Dropbox. And then I can't even use, this is the worst fucking part. This is the worst, go fuck yourself part. So I finally get it onto my nice Apple computer, which is the shit. And I load it up onto iMovie, which is how you edit and cut things. And there's it's a great fucking button. I'm just like, sign me up. This is going to be easy as shit. Right to YouTube. Upload to YouTube. Never works. What I have to do is play the fucking show that I've already done. And I have to listen to myself, which is awful. And I fucking screen record so it saves as a movie file instead of an MP4. And then it goes to YouTube, which takes about another at least 2 hours because of my internet. So one show takes me about 6 hours to fucking get online. The show is the best part. I love doing the show. But I gotta figure out a better way to work with this technology fucking shit. I can't believe how much Apple has let me down. You don't even like. One thing that I do like about Apple now is they're allowing the hacker mentality, which is how you know how to use shit, with their accessibility controls. And I do really like the editing stuff and making your own sounds for things and all that's very cool. So I like that part, but you gotta you can't just let it. You can't give me that fucking button, upload to YouTube, and with the most basic fucking thing, and it not work. So, and not care. Like, all of this Apple cares about people thing, they don't. It's a business. And I always fucking forget that. They're the worst. But I'm not fucking going to Google. Same thing. Same goddamn thing. And so I have all kinds of ways I record the audio, which is the most important. And I told you guys I'd have a microphone about a month ago, and I got to redo it on Amazon. So I got a real microphone. I got this bullshit camera microphone, and thank God the MacBook Pro that my fucking parents bought for me, man. I needed it so bad because my old computer was like from 2012, and it works great with the microphone, so that's great. Microphone mishaps, man, I just can't believe it. Okay. Do you guys? I need some feedback on this because I don't want to be an asshole. Do you guys get mad at a faster texter jumping in before you fucking your stubby little fingers can get into a text? But I'm just explaining more details so it conveys the message better, or how it should be received. Does that annoy people? Let me know in the comments. And then let's see. Apple cut my finger. Part of that cutting the finger story, I was cleaning my whole house at the time, like significantly, you should see how clean my bathroom is now, all during this. And so like I got cut, this thing wouldn't stop bleeding for about 2 hours. I have paper towels, and I'd cut my hair, and it just I could not pee into the toilet for some reason. And so I was like, fuck, I'm going to one-hand this with my fucking compression shorts and regular shorts and pee. Fortunately, I got a big old donger. And I peed into the shower. And I just wanted to think is that acceptable behavior? Is that acceptable behavior from a 30-year-old? Based on the situation. Let me know, give me feedback. And I'll be doing a bunch more stuff. Got some really cool things I'm working on with some people who I can't. Gotta keep it a secret now. So have a good week, everybody. Have fun at your corporate bullshit jobs that you fucking hate. Find something that you love to do and make that your job. Check in on you later this week. Peace out. Peace the fuck out.